Has anyone ever been to the desert?
Yes, I've been to Phoenix, Arizona.
I've been to Grants, New Mexico.
No, I've never been to the desert. What's it like? Deserts are dry.
That's true. The definition of a desert, it can only average 7 or fewer inches of rain a year.
What about the temperature?
Deserts must be hot, right?
No, not always. Some deserts can be very cool, especially at night.
Many people who visit the desert are surprised by the weather. It can get very hot during the day and then very chilly at night.
I think that nighttime in the desert is scary.
Are you afraid of all the animals that come out at night?
Many desert animals like to hunt at night instead of during the heat of the day.
When I lived in the desert, I wanted to stay inside during the day also. It was too hot to go outside.
At night when it cooled off, that was the time to go outside.
Weren't you afraid of stepping on a rattlesnake or something?
Yes, my parents always warned me to slow down and look carefully where I was stepping or putting my hands.
What other kinds of animals live in the desert?
All kinds of wildlife can live in the desert.
Most of the desert animals that have adapted to their environment.
They've adapted because they either store water or they know how to find it in unusual places.
The Gila monster stores water in its tail.
The tail grows big and fat when it's filled with water.
Then the Gila monster absorbs the liquid stored in its tail, and it can last for a long period of time without having to find water.
The desert tortoise stores water also.
All desert animals have adjusted in one way or another to their habitat.
Even the plants know how to store water. They usually grow either very small leaves or spines instead of leaves.
That way, the plants prevent water from evaporating from their leaves.
I've always wondered why so many desert plants have thorns and spines.
Well, now you know. But another reason plants have spikes and thorns is for protection.
Because there are so few green plants for animals to eat, many plants have thorns and spines that help protect themselves.
Protect themselves from what?
From hungry and thirsty animals.
If it's so hot and dry in the desert, then why do people move there?
I think that people love the desert because it's beautiful in its own way.
The sunsets are beautiful.
The desert often has little bits of dust in the sky that makes the sunset very bright orange or red.
I think the people love the desert because it's a unique, beautiful environment.
Some fun facts are, deserts are dry. Deserts are hot at day and cold at night. Desert animals store water or know how to find it in unusual places. Desert plants have leaves or spines to store water in them. The deserts average rain in 7 inches or less a year.
Some animals hunt at night instead of the hot day. The Gila monster stores water in its tail. The elf owl is the smallest owl in the desert. Animals adapt to the heat. Plants protect themselves with thorns.
This is an alpha owl, and it lives in a cactus for protection. And then these are cactuses, and there's a snake, and here's a snake tied around a cactus, and here's an armadillo, and this is another cactus, and there's a tumbleweed, and that's the tail of a bobcat, and then our sun right here. So the desert's hot, so.